Good morning. Good morning, everyone. We'll rise and shine. Drop your cocks and grab your socks, soldiers. Isn't that right, Clinky?
That's right.
Wow, this is, ladies and gentlemen, if you're only listening to the audio, you're not seeing my amazing ventriloquism skills. Conky, I heard that you have a USB port as an anus.
That's true. That's where I poop out of.
Oh, wow, and what was your latest poop like?
It was a wire.
Wow, you poop wires sometimes, huh?
Yes.
Now, is that like on the Bristol stool chart for robots, where do wires fall into that?
Wires are healthy.
Okay, so that means so wires are like sprouts or whatever, like in the robot world?
Yes.
Wow, okay. Now, if you're only listening at home, you're not seeing that my lips are not moving at all. So, I don't know. I know that one guy, Terry Fader, is like the highest paid ventriloquist in Vegas, so maybe I could do that too.
Terry Fader sucks ass.
Whoa, Clinky. That's not cool.
I thought my name was Conky.
No, that's from Pee-wee. Clinky, I think, is your name.
Okay.
All right. So,
Conky's from something else.
We have a guest on today.
Oh, yeah, Clinky. Why don't you tell us who our guest is?
Our guest is a friend. His name is Joe Randazzo.
Oh,
Give it up for Joe.
Let's give it up for Joe, I guess.
He is my best friend.
Oh, wow.
Conky's
really?
from Trailer Park Boys, right? Conky.
Oh, wow. Why are you moving your lips when Joe talks, Clinky?
I don't know. I'm just excited is all.
Wow, look, he talks right into the microphone. Go ahead, Clinky.
Hello. Can you hear me? Check 1, 2.
Wow, that's amazing. I'm really good at ventriloquism. But this show isn't, we have Joe as a guest, so, no.
He's not that bad.
Sorry, Clinky. I didn't mean to step on your bolts.
No. I'm going to put you away, Clinky. See ya.
Bye.
Hey, what did I miss?
That was cool, man.
A-Train just got back. Yes, thanks, Joe.
That was really
I don't
good.
know if you know of any ventriloquism positions. Maybe I should go on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
Or what is one of those job sites to find out if they're looking for ventriloquists?
You could do
Indeed.
like kids parties and stuff. That would be fun.
I would just like to get, you know what? I'm tired of being an independent contractor. I would just like to get hired by a larger company just to do
Okay.
ventriloquism in their ventriloquism department.
Training I guess
Yeah.
just right in the department itself. You don't have
Well,
to
it's
do
like how a lot of stand-up comedians go into comedy writing, where it's just like, hey, I just want some structure and stability in my life.
Right.
So instead of being on the road all the time doing my ventriloquism,
Yeah.
I can just go to work every day and do ventriloquism from 9 to 5.
Yeah, work at Lip Max or Dummy Corp.
Yeah, those places I heard have a good pension.
Lip Max?
Yeah.
What's that?
That's
that
like
company all
the
about?
biggest ventriloquism, but it's business to business. It's V2B service provider.
Workflow.
Yeah,
kind of stuff.
workflow, systems
Managing,
processing,
Marketing,
Marketing.
sales, digital sales marketing.
and they don't need an HR department.
So you just
Yeah.
you like work the phones, but your dummy works the phones.
Yeah.
And
so
then
Clinky would be doing all the work.
That's not
but-
bad actually, because then you just kind of it's almost like having a slave, but you're attached to it.
Well,
Yeah.
if you want to, and if a company wants to like outsource their IT, you do it through the
Whoa!
ventriloquist dummy.
Hold up.
Oh, shit.
Don't mention IT.
You talking about?
He's scared
you're
of that guy.
You're talking about IT.
Yeah.
You're talking about that.
IT.
You talking about that clown? You talking about that clown that live in the sewer?
Oh.
You talking about that clown that ate my little brother?
His name is Pennywise.
Oh, it's all right.
I thought you were doing Ice-T.
You ain't seen the movie called IT?
He's talking like
I'm
IT.
talking about
but
IT.
He's scared of IT.
I
the
have
clown.
seen it.
Yeah. So you're saying there's a company that has that guy who eats your little brother's arm in the sewer?
Yeah, I don't want to.
You're saying they have that at the
I don't wanna do
ventriloquism
this.
company?
I don't
They
wanna do
probably
this.
do. So you just have to get over your fear, Brendan. And
I guess they
face
hire
it.
everybody. If they're going to hire ventriloquists, they have to have clowns, and some of those clowns are going to be scary.
IT, that guy is at every company that needs any kind of computer.
Well, yeah, because he's
software,
like
He'll be there.
he's like
Yeah.
a demon, actually.
He can multiply himself.
Yeah, he can do whatever.
He's
he wants.
whatever.
the thing he embodies your greatest fear, which
What would
I
yours?
guess would
What
be
would your IT
technology.
be? What would your IT be?
like my greatest fear.
Mm-hmm.
Commitment.
Probably. Well, I was gonna say one of those fish in the Amazon that
You too.
they swim up your pee stream and then they
go in your pee hole.
embed in your urethra, like one of those, and then having to marry one of those
And then
would be
reproduce.
my
Staying with that one fish for the rest of
the
your
rest of
life.
your life.
That's a good idea
Wedged
for
up
a
your
movie.
dick with its spike back.
I have a good idea.
Why do they do it? Have you heard about these fish? Why do they
It sounds
need
familiar.
to do that?
Because it's funny.
Because people put
They're
their
funny.
dicks in the river.
They're like the Practical Joker fish.
They're like, oh, I got one. Oh.
they're like those guys, the Impractical Jokers of fish, or the Jackass guys, but they're fish.
Have you ever seen those signs? It's welcome to our ool. Notice there is no pee in it.
Yeah,
Please
yeah.
keep it that way.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
then they have one of those fish attack your.
My dad
stream.
invented that.
That's a
sign.
stupid sign because everybody's peeing in the pool.
Mm-hmm.
We just need to accept it at this point and figure out how to mitigate the pee.
Well, just everybody shouldn't do it. There should be a couple rule followers.
But it's
and that
sterile.
goes with
You know
everything.
what? Listen, I'm team. If you have pee in the pool, what's the difference?
I have a good idea for a movie right now, and it's a good horror movie.
Well, don't say it.
No, it's fine. Nobody listens to the podcast, so this is a good roundtable brainstorm discussion.
But won't all things comedy own it? If it does become, they'll say, well, actually, you did that on our time, so we own it.
Bill
don't
Burr
know.
would
gets
do that.
more.
That's not our deal. You get to keep your own IP.
Yeah.
Bill Burr would.
IP. Hold on. I IP?
You talk about that clown?
He lives in
about
the
that insane
piss-
clown posse? You talking about that insane clown? Ah!
Actually, have you seen the Ip Man movies? IP Man, those are good. It's like
they're pretty. A lot of fighting.
That sounds like anime, and I'm not into it.
no, it's not anime.
Brendan
I'm not
doesn't really
jacking
like
off.
Asian.
I'm not jacking off to some squid finger banging a lady.
Yeah.
Here's the movie idea: those fish that swim up your pee hole, right?
Piss fish.
That happens to a guy.
Okay.
Then he doesn't know it's in there, right? You don't know it's there right away. Goes home,
I think you know.
bangs his wife, gets her pregnant with the fish. The fish fertilizes the egg. Then she's got then she gives birth to a fucking shark that can breathe air and walk around and eat people on land.
So it's like a super. It's
It's
kind of
like Jaws, but on land. It's like Jaws, but like on land.
That actually does sound exactly like
a movie
a
idea
manga,
you
like a
already have.
Japanese horror comic book.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm not saying it exists. There are things
You
like
should-
it, but
you should
that
make
would
that.
be one.
I was just Joe's
And then
famous.
you jerk off. You
Joe's-
could jerk off. I could jerk off. Whoever, anyone could.
if they want.
If they
to jerk off,
wanted
they can.
to, they don't have to.
Joe's famous. This is Joe's.
The wife has big giant breasts.
This is the only reason I said that is because this is one of Joe's famous moves. This is one of Joe's famous moves. You
Jerking
tell
off.
him you have an idea for a movie,
Yeah.
and I'm like, hey, I got an idea where a fish gets a lady pregnant, and Joe goes, oh yeah, no, I have a similar idea, and you see him writing it. He goes, oh yeah, no, I have a
I
thing
came up
that
with
I've
an
been-
idea
yeah, I
like
have
that
an
a
idea like
month
that
ago.
a couple years
My
ago.
trick is, you just date the
you just
you date the top of the page.
Yeah. And then you mail it to
3/14/19. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mail it
2019.
to myself.
Look,
Look, he came up with that already.
I came
5
up with
years
that.
ago.
2019. The
Fish baby.
Fish fucker.
Fish. It could be called fish fucker. So
Yo, it's called Fish Fucker. I thought I had that idea today, but then Joe told me he had it yesterday in the year 2019. Ain't you seen my work before? I wrote that shit before, you whore. My name is Joe and I already had that idea. Tell me some more.
Well, Joe, I had an idea. One time I had an idea for a guy who eats a magic bean and then he turns into...
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, my name is Joe. I already had that idea too. I mailed it to myself. Yes, the envelope is open. But you can see it towards me.
It's the guy who eats a magic bean.
He eats a magic bean.
I said he eats a magic bean and then he grows a big dick and he drives down the street and he plays with it. Hangs it out the car window and it acts like a speed bump.
What if the dick
keeps growing and growing and growing.
That would be a good scary
movie.
That's
Sounds like
the
a-
thing.
yeah.
It's like a careful what you wish for thing.
'Cause then
a
it's
guy
just-
invents a dick growing pill, and he takes it, and he's
That
like,
could
"Oh,
have been
sweet!"
on your show. That
Like after the first day, he's like, "Oh, great, okay, I got a 5.5 incher now. That's not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad." And he, the next day, oh shoot, 7 incher. Got a 7 incher.
Damn, it grows an inch a day.
Some
inch and a
veins
half a
and
day.
shit in there. Got some veins on that John.
I would hope it got veins in that shit.
Got some veins, got some pubic hairs.
I got veins on it.
Would you?
And then it just keeps growing, and then it's like a Godzilla kind of thing, like those 50s movies, like when
Where everyone's like, in the shadow of the big.
I feel like it would be maybe it would be like a Frankenstein kind of thing, like
It's all sewed up.
You're rejected by society because of your long dangling.
It's got a flat head.
It would sort of be.
It's got a flat head and 2 bolts on the side.
Accidentally strangles a child to death.
It's afraid of fire.
Oh, my dick's afraid of fire.
Really?
Yeah, fucking set a fire next to it. It fucking retreats.
It shrivels back in there.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's a good idea for.
I learned that by accident. You know how I learned that? And it's
How?
this kind of, listen, if you're at work or if this is a trigger warning, but I was in Boy Scouts and I tried to have sex with a campfire. Dude, it was hot.
Yeah.
Come on! Whoa!
That's a good.
Can I add a joke to it?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, go ahead.
Did you tap that ash? Why is that getting booed?
I don't
I
know.
thought that was good.
There's
I didn't
people
think
that-
it was that bad.
But you did get in trouble for looking at kindling porn. These are fucking better than yours.
No, that's all right. No.
Joe, come on, man. Our audience is, so what? They're a little intense, but
Our
gotta
guest today
respect
is Joe
Randazzo, and he's here to promote his book.
No, I'm not.
Why not?
Yeah, okay.
Look, this is a book,
It's nearly 10 years old.
The Definitive
Is it
Guide
really?
to an Unpredictable
That's crazy.
Career in Comedy by Joe
think so.
Randazzo. And I was going to ask you to sign it for me, but you already did. And you spelled my name
keep
wrong.
reaching for the stars. For the
I think it's for the
scars.
scars.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Cool signature.
Did you change it up
believe
since
that's-
then?
it's that
What's
old.
with the? Don't do that anymore. Stop. We already have Aaron fucking scratching his arms into the microphone all the time and shit. Don't need any more. We don't need to set any more people.
Are you
off that have,
are you happy you came on the show today?
Yeah.
Okay.
Miss you guys.
I know, we
don't
haven't
get to
seen you
hang
in a
out in
while.
real life. Only in this fucked up world.
I know. What are you up to? What's your life like?
What's my life like?
Yeah, like do you go out? Do you
No. I don't go out.
you don't party?
I play soccer.
You play soccer all the time. You're like a soccer guy.
I coach soccer. I clean my house.
I call it football.
I put away laundry.
Fun.
I try to do fun things with my kids.
Cool.
What else do I do?
That's pretty much it.
I clean.
Did you piss? You shit?
I piss and shit.
That's
and
good.
Everything in my house is always wet.
Isn't that crazy that everybody pisses and shits? Like
It
you
is
think about the most famous movie actress right now. She
Margot
might be
Robbie.
taking a shit. She's probably taking a shit
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah. I like that.
Pinching one off. I guarantee by
Like that.
let's
Yeah.
say maybe she probably doesn't eat very much because I feel like these women like to stay tiny.
She's probably
She's probably 4 foot,
Tiny.
she's probably like 3 feet tall and weighs like 45 pounds.
yeah.
So she might not shit until tomorrow, but every time you look at your clock, you can think like, hey, maybe Margot Robbie's just like sitting there
She's for sure
taking a-
pissing.
Pinching
She's
one.
She
probably
pisses every day,
pissing.
and that means that she has to wipe. She's got to wipe.
She might not shit every day, though. It
No,
might
that's
be
what
a
I was
once a week kind of pile of pellets.
Do you want to hold up your book while you
Yeah.
talk about that?
Definitely one.
So that's.
I mean, it's
Margot
cool
Robbie-
to write a book.
Do you get like let's say all please stop doing the microphone shit. I don't have control of your microphone, so I can't turn it down.
It just smells weird.
I don't know. That's probably because one of the Sklar brothers was using it. Who's the smelly Sklar, Aaron? Which one's the smelly one?
If I had to choose, maybe Randy.
Oh man, see, I didn't say it.
Look at that picture of me.
Aw.
No, so now,
me
like,
see?
let's say all 11 people who listen to the podcast buy that book. Do you get a check? Like, do you get like residuals for? Like, how does it work? Like,
Well, I wrote this book in 2015, And originally my idea was to do like a fake how-to guide for like
It kind
comedy.
of is, though.
A little bit. It's got a lot of humor, but I wound up, the more I kind of explored and I interviewed a bunch of different people for it, the more I got really into it and was like, oh, I should just do a real one. Like,
Yeah.
somebody might pick this up thinking it's real, and then if it's a bunch of my stupid jokes, then like, but this is actually
burn it.
interesting stuff about the creative process. But no, I don't get any royalties because I don't even think it sold enough copies to like cover the advance, like what the publisher paid me.
Oh, and what was that?
And then do you owe them?
not
Do
gonna
you
tell
owe
you
the
that.
publisher if it doesn't cover the
No,
advance?
I don't know
Oh,
the
sorry.
publisher.
I mean, what is that?
That would suck.
And then you got to go on tour.
I think it's
That's
one of
all-
the least economically like feasible things to do to buy a book. To write a book. They pay you so little money and it takes so much.
Yeah.
But it's
time.
cool though. Like
Well, it
you have
depends
a
who you
book.
are. Like, if you were a famous guy, the money would have been
Right.
10
If I
times.
worked for the Trump administration, like trying to get immigrant children turned
Let's
into
not.
food.
Okay, come up with
We
another
don't. We don't
example.
talk. We don't talk about politics.
Come up
Okay,
with another
if I worked
example.
for the Biden administration
No,
trying
if
to
you
get...
were, how about like if you
If
were
I
Eric
was
Andre?
known for... No, but I'm saying not just famous for any kind of talent. If I was known for something horrible, like trying to start a business that would turn immigrant children into food,
Right.
and then I got into trouble for it, I could then write a book
Yeah,
about
yeah,
my experiences.
I don't understand that too with politics. I saw something like Nancy Pelosi has a book or something. You know,
Like a
Mm-hmm.
memoir.
who the fuck wants to, like, who is that?
There's gonna
like,
be
that's a good
7
way.
million
that-
women
She's like, back
with
in
Isn't that a
pussy
good way?
hats.
Isn't that a good like way for like eugenics? Like where it's like everybody who buys this book is tracked, and then
Put anthrax in the
there's
books.
yeah, they put poison in it to get these like ninnies out of the fucking mix.
I
Where-
get
She's
why you
great.
don't wanna
She's
talk about
great.
politics.
I think she's good. She's a
Yeah.
woman. So
I'm just saying,
whatever
who
she
wants
does
to
is
like who can like who's interested in like Michelle Obama's journey from the hood to, or I don't want to say, I don't want to assume she was in the hood. Well, wasn't he? He was like a whatever. They have this whole.
He was a pimp. She was his hoe. Yes.
Oh, by the way,
in
I'm,
Hawaii.
Bubble World VIP. Just,
Well, I think a lot of people would be interested in Michelle Obama's. But
Well, of
there's a
course they
lot
are,
of people who...
because there was a whole kind of thing, but it's like, who fucking gives a shit? I don't know.
Ultimately,
about any, like,
yeah, because it's all like anybody who is rich and famous their sole job is to become more rich and famous. So and now you can't just do it for one thing. Like you have to have a book, you have to have a tequila company, you
Yeah.
have to have some kind of like production entity. You have to have, and they
Yeah.
have all these businesses that and they're like forced to write. Not forced.
That would be funny. if
Memoirs.
They don't write
Michelle
it, though.
Obama should start a
No.
tequila company.
Right, they ghostwrite all of it.
I would buy Michelle Obama's.
Get a
tequila.
Netflix special and a fucking...
What
Well, now they're
about
producing these,
what about Harry and Meghan, the former prince?
Yeah, who gives a shit?
She's making her own artisan jams.
Yeah, right.
Jams and jellies.
They're like my kind of archetypal, like...
Who gives a shit?
Yeah, and yet they are given every single possible opportunity and sucking up all of the money,
Can
resources,
we watch
and
the
time.
elbows banging on the table?
Brendan's not fun to be around. I'm just letting you know.
You're welcome for doing the
kinda
show.
works-
Thanks for having
he
me.
kinda
Thanks for
works-
coming on the show.
Kind of
So
works
nice.
like a Nazi a little bit.
No, let's see. I'm thinking about the listeners, and that
I
would
don't
drive
hear
me
it.
crazy.
I don't hear it.
I hear it. You know, it's kind of like when somebody says, "Hey, it's cold
Poor
in here,"
Joe.
and then the other person's like, "No, it's not."
Right, yeah. No, it's good to go on a show with my dad. I enjoy it.
Wait, your dad has a podcast?
I wish he would. Get his fucking fat ass out of bed.
Your dad's fat?
Is he like one of
think he's
those
pretty fat.
600-pounders?
Is he on my 600-pound life?
No, I wish, because...
How big was the guy who like couldn't get out of bed? Remember? And then they like rolled
1,000
him down
pounds
the
or
street
something?
in his bed.
Oh, wait, are you talking about from the show or the guy?
The guy,
I
like
remember
the fattest
The
guy.
Guinness Book of World Records man?
Like in
that they had to
Southern-
cut him out of the
they had to
house?
cut his wall out.
Yeah.
And then
And
he
they-
was buried in a piano box, I believe.
And they wheeled him down the street and on his bed because he like hadn't
Yeah,
been
he
outside.
couldn't get out of there.
Oh, right. There wasn't a scale big enough, too, right? So then they have to put him on like some kind of tractor trailer thing.
Probably.
I think they.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
they did. To
This
weigh
was
him.
before, and that was way before. That was before there were tens of thousands of people that size. Like I feel like that was like an anomaly
Right.
in the '90s where it was just like this one guy is like 1,000 pounds, and now,
now it's like you go to Disneyland. You're
Look,
like,
go in
oh
the-
my god.
go in the phone book and just throw a dart, and you might hit 1,000-pound guy's phone number.
Remember we saw Louis C.K. and he had a funny joke about like how fat people have to get an MRI at the zoo.
Well, there was a
MRIs
fat lady who had to go to the zoo to get an MRI because she had to go to where they give MRIs to elephants because she didn't fit in a regular MRI machine.
He's like, yeah, she goes to the zoo. Oh, you here to see the monkeys? No, I need to get an MRI. That was funny.
Just like insult to injury. Where it's like, no, you have to. But also, I mean, the whole like the whole brainwashing of the country of like, no, that's fine. People can be 10,000 pounds. Like, don't shame them. It's like, but isn't shame kind of like how you motivate? Like, it's like, yeah, you can't weigh 1,000 pounds.
Okay, I don't think people are like, don't shame people who are 1,000 pounds.
Yeah.
I think it's just like
the whole like you
chubby
just
people. Like, you don't have to like make them want to kill themselves all the time.
Well, no, you're not. There's a difference between saying, hey, kind of making it known, like, try to fucking be a little bit healthy, and like we want you to kill yourself. You know what I mean? Like it's not that black and white where you don't have to make like underwear commercials with a bunch of whales in it.
What?
They don't even have those. They don't even have
plus
those.
size
You just
models.
said everyone in America is 1,000 pounds, but you still want all the underwear commercials to only feature
People
Margot
who are
Robbie?
50
then
pounds.
then it's like here, maybe find something between 1,000 pounds and this. Weigh 500 pounds. It's a good start.
I wish I weighed 500 pounds. It does kind of sound fun. Do you ever watch that show, My 600 Pound Life?
No,
like they'll eat an entire pizza.
They eat. It's
Covered in
crazy the
ranch
amount
dressing.
of shit they eat.
Like,
Do you ever watch that show?
No. I maybe I have, but I don't think so.
You don't like that
I've
kind of
seen content of that sort, but no, I don't like that kind of stuff.
It is pretty
storage
sad.
wars or
Brendan loves that kind of stuff.
my so-called hoarding or
I don't
whatever.
know.
Hoarding's
The hoarding one.
intense.
Hoarding the 600 pound life people and the hoarders are all. Obviously there's a way deeper mental problem going on than just like, you're fat for no reason. You're fat because you love fucking fried food.
Also, those foods are good.
The hoarders drive me fucking crazy because they're all the same. And I don't watch a lot of this stuff. I got this like cable thing. I told you about it. My like shady cable provider, which I love. I love anything that's like a deal.
You can watch Maury any time of the day.
You can watch. Did I tell you about that? You get every local channel in the country.
Yeah,
Like Florida.
So
Yeah.
I watch if I'm home and it's 11 a.m. I'm like, oh, I can watch Maury on the Orlando CW channel. It's kind of like being in like a control room in the future.
Oh, wow.
It's interesting too because then there's all these local
All these
Orlando
commercials for like, yeah.
They're like, oh, lease a car for 300. I'm like, where is that? Oh shit, that's in Orlando. As far as hell.
What's the attraction to watching Maury or My 600 Pound
Okay,
Life?
Maury's the best.
Maury is, and Maury's kind of I just like when I was living in Austin and at the height of my marijuana intake lifestyle, I think I had just started kind of doing comedy. Well, actually, I was kind of, when I moved to Austin, it was very that slacker, really embodied that whole slackerism lifestyle. And, like even before I started comedy, I kind of just like was a casual, like I worked for these theater companies building sets where, me and my friend that I worked with would go back to my place and get high at lunch and then go back and you're just kind of never really I didn't really have any real jobs. And then, and I guess like at lunch we would watch like Maury or whatever at my place, like when we were smoking pot. And then when I started doing comedy, I'm smoking pot and it just kind of was like this freedom that I like, and I just equate Maury with like, and Maury's crazy. It's like, it's a crazy
never seen
fucking
Maury?
show.
I've seen Maury,
Oh,
yeah.
But you don't like watching it?
Any
gets
kind
to be
of
all that
daytime
stuff.
content would kind of depresses me and sort of always had. Like
I
I
like
kind of
it.
hated staying home as a kid because everything
didn't
that was
like
on
that
during the
TV?
day made me feel like
Price is Right.
lonesome.
Price is Right is good.
Even Price is Right a little bit. I was sort of like, oh, it's so long and why?
Yeah.
I don't know. Just something about.
And then after that, it's
I like
soap
Price is Right,
operas.
but soap operas in the daytime TV. It
But I
always
still,
just made me feel sad.
I don't know. I equate daytime TV with
I'm home.
getting away with something, which
Yeah.
is like, kind of like the cable thing. That's what I like. It's like, hey,
He likes breaking
I'm
the
skirting
rules.
around the system, I'm like gaming the system.
But you said
somehow.
it doesn't work well on all of them. Like it doesn't. Disney Plus doesn't really show
It does
up.
have Disney. No, it's just like, it's not, there is a whole Disney thing. I mean, you could do a free trial. You should check it out on your own.
A free trial.
And because I think
get
that's a good, the 10-day free trial. You really kind of, because it's a different kind of thing where you're like, oh, okay, I can do this. Like you learn different things, but sometimes there's stuff that's not on there that you're like, oh, I wish that was on there.
Wow.
But I have a website that has you can watch any movie on it for free. I don't want to say.
See, I don't mind paying, but I don't mind paying for movies.
I pay for stuff too, because there's sometimes I want to watch it on the TV. I'm like, I don't want to watch this on my laptop. I'll spend the $4 or whatever.
Have it
like Brendan
on the
Small's
TV.
movie, I bought that for
That's
$15
nice.
because he's my friend and I can't,
Yeah, you don't
steal
wanna,
his movie, I guess.
Yeah, we
And
just
I don't
watched.
know.
We watched an interesting movie called Stop Motion. Have you seen that one?
Mm-mm.
It's an independent movie. It's all right.
It was fine.
Yeah, it's like one of those scary movies where you're like, I don't know.
But
Brendan said.
What?
Anyway,
You're going to get
were
blue balled at the end.
Yeah, kind of like this. It's not going to pay off.
Yeah,
it's kind of you're waiting. Like, let's see it.
It's
Get
one of those
crazy.
kind of slow burn, psychological.
Like
where you're
Witch,
like, okay,
like The Witch.
I get what's going on. Kind of.
Now
You're
let's
like,
see some
I
shit
think I
come
might
through.
have it figured out, but hopefully they surprise me. And then you, at a certain point, you're like, there's not going to be any surprises. And
It's
I
all
feel like,
mood.
Yeah.
yeah, and just kind of keeping you off kilter. Like it was fine. It didn't blow.
Well, it's an indie movie, so that's always nice to see.
It wasn't an Indian movie. There was no Indians in the movie.
I think you say Native Americans now.
I was talking about the other ones.
Oh,
From Indiana.
Yeah.
All right. They should change the name of that state.
Who's the most
word
famous
Indians
person
in it.
from Indiana? Is it
Jared
from
Fogle.
Subway?
Yeah.
Is he from Indiana?
Yeah.
It might be David Letterman, but I bet it's actually
David
Jared
Letterman.
Fogle.
We haven't talked to Jared in a while. From
He's
prison.
challenging. It's challenging to talk to him sometimes.
He can be kind of an asshole.
We have a game. We have someone on. Do you want to play a game, Joe?
Yeah.
Really?
These
Yeah,
are
I love
fun.
games.
These are actually really fun. Is it a new game?
We'll find out. Is our guest still waiting there? Can he hear us the whole time too, or was he just sitting in silence?
No, he's sitting inside.
Oh, are you kidding me? Oh, we should have let him in then earlier. Let him in. Let him in.
Come on in.
Anytime.
Come on in, baby. Don't be
Come on
shy.
in. Are you there?
Hey, you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Oh.
And you're on video too, but we can't
But
see
we
you right now.
can't see you though. We cannot see you, but you
But
will. You are being recorded.
You'll be added in post, so don't jack
pick
off.
your nose or jack off.
Cool.
Remember that guy from
That jerked off on Zoom.
yeah, he was like a reporter or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah. What's his name? He's a famous
Jeffrey Tubin.
Yeah,
Jack
there you go.
Mayhofer.
Why
And
would
then he came back, right? He's back.
Is he?
I think so.
I
thought he
don't
was.
fucking know. You remember that? Fart Simpson, everybody. This is Fart Simpson.
No, I don't.
online.
Oh. I almost am willing to
Sorry, guys.
forgive him for that.
I don't think it's that bad. I mean, that is kind of.
Because they equate it to jacking off in the workplace, but it's not
he was
really
alone,
the same.
and you didn't think anybody could see him, right?
And sometimes you just need to release a little tension.
But I think, you should be a little more like if you're if you're having a Zoom with people
Just
and you're like,
hold
okay,
on.
that's over and done with, you double and triple check everything. Like, okay, is the camera at least have the camera, throw a fucking hanky over the camera or
Well, we
something.
have things on our computers where it's like a little camera cover, so you
Yeah.
can just turn.
But even
Flick it off.
then, I think that you can't maybe he was just so mad with horniness that he was just like, okay, are we done? Are we done? Okay, great.
Or
thanks.
he was
And it
jerking
just-
off and didn't realize he had a Zoom meeting, so then the Zoom meeting interrupted him. So
We should
he,
have him
had
on
a
the show
boner.
and ask him.
That's a good idea.
Do you know this guy?
No, I mean, I've seen him at Masturbators Anonymous, but I haven't. I'm not supposed to say that.
I've seen
Masturbators Anonymous.
Why would you join that? I was going to invite you. I'm the keynote speaker
I was court
of
ordered to.
Masturbators Obvious.
Where you're all masturbating.
It's a
in the
convention that
room.
we have. We all go to the Civic Center
Oh,
and jack off.
you're going to get hit with the Masturbators Obvious curse.
What's
no.
that?
Pee Wee Herman, Paul Rubens, dead. What's his face? Fred Willard, dead.
Hugh
Yeah.
Grant. Well, wait, he was having sex with a
Eddie Murphy.
prostitute.
Has he been caught having
Eddie Murphy, remember he got like a transsexual
Yeah, but that's not
prostitute.
the same as masturbation.
He probably jacked it a little bit here and there. Mm-hmm. You know? I mean, you jacket it, like even when you're getting,
You jack it
you
at some
jack it,
point.
it's
You've
not
touched
like you're gonna
You've touched
touch
yourself.
your penis
You
even
got
when
to
you're having
crank.
sex.
Yeah, you
Yeah, you
got to
gotta
crank.
crank.
Jerk off.
Wait, what was it? Who was
Jerk
that?
off.
Wait, is that you?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't like that. I don't like those. It's,
Oh my God, you guys!
It's scary.
I just got an email from my publisher.
What'd they say?
This has sold 10,000 copies in the last 5 minutes.
Whoa.
The definitive. I mean, you can buy it on Amazon, right?
Fuck, how do you do this?
It's the bump. It's the bump from.
What am I doing?
There you go.
Oh yeah, you can
kinda
get it on
figured
Amazon.
it out there.
You can get it on Amazon.
Okay, we got Fart on the line. He's
Sorry,
got
Fart.
You got a game for us, right?
Yeah, absolutely. So if you guys want, how can I work this out? So yeah, basically what I did was I took a bunch of actual jokes from comedians, and we could do like a quick like guess the punchline. But also what I did was I fed those jokes into like an AI comedian to finish the jokes as well. And you could do one of two things: you can guess the punchline and see, or how close you get to the actual punchline or the AI punchline.
Ooh, I mean, is there? I'd like to try and guess the punchline, and then can you play the? So what is it, like a multiple choice of like AI and then the real one?
Yep. And some of these are actual comedians. Some of them I actually had. Well, we'll get to those, but I fed some of the most horrific jokes into AI and see if we can come up with its own punchlines.
We could probably do.
I think
both
we do it both
levels,
ways.
right?
We all take a guess at what the
Okay.
punchline is, and then you play us the two choices,
And we have to pick.
we pick. What do
You
you
got it.
Okay.
All right.
Is there a song that I should? Let me see if I have a.
Oh wait, I had this. Here, hold on. All right. You got a sound effect? If not, I'm going. You want me to start?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, guys. So, first joke. This is an actual comedian. What did the Jewish mom say to the porn star daughter?
What did the Jewish mom say to the porn star daughter? Okay, you want to go first, A-Train?
Oh, she said, "Oy vey." I don't know.
Okay.
Enough with all the anal. I need grandkids.
Okay. Porn star daughter. Why don't you find? I don't know. Jewish mother.
Matzo ball. Suck on these
You
matzo
already-
balls.
you already
I changed
went.
mine. Mine
Okay.
is suck on these matzo balls.
Okay, mine is something about meeting a nice Jewish lawyer or something. I don't know. Or a doctor. Marrying a doctor instead of getting stooped by these.
Marry a doctor instead of being fucked by.
That's pretty good.
I almost had it.
Two of you got really reasonably close. So there's this one. What did the Jewish mom say to the porn star daughter? I told you to find a nice Jewish doctor, not perform in Oy Vey Volume 3.
Okay.
Okay. Then we got always hoped you'd make your family proud, but I didn't mean by starring in schmaltzy seductions. The other one is you're the best one. And then, darling, I quail when you succeed. Did you have to schlep the whole mishpucha up your skirt?
I think the third one is the real one.
Wait, what was
You're the best one.
You're the best one? I don't know. I feel like the first one is probably the
About
real one.
oy vey.
Because it has everything we said in it.
Yeah. Let's see. Hopefully
Except
it's
me.
oy vey,
Mine
oy
was
vey.
an actual punchline, though.
Yeah.
Enough with all
Joe's
the anal.
right. That is the actual punchline. Here you go.
What did the Jewish mother say to her porn star daughter after watching her in a gangbang?
Oh, sorry.
You were the best one.
Oh, that's Sarah Silverman.
Well, it's kind of
Well,
sweet.
that kind of changed. The gangbang
Gangbang, yeah.
part was a real.
Yeah, way to go,
yeah,
Fart.
way
We
to-
would have totally got that if
Yeah,
if
they
you
wouldn't have-
included
Oh, the
gangbang.
gangbang. Sorry, I left it out.
Terrible.
But you did
It's
the
okay.
AI got the Jewish doctor
Yeah.
one.
Okay.
It did that one. Okay.
The AI
I like my
jokes are-
women
Sorry, go ahead.
like I like my skis. Blank.
Can I go first on this
Yeah.
one? Rented.
Hey.
Is that it?
I don't
I like
know.
my women
Go
the way
ahead.
I like my skis, rented.
Oh, you got it.
Oh,
Who's that?
Is that you?
Yeah. So AI came up with flexible with a nice curve, able to handle any terrain.
That's not
Wow.
bad, I guess.
Waxed, waxed,
Flat.
fiber, flat, and being stood on by a large Swedish man
with my name written on them. That's a good one.
I wasn't. I didn't. That wasn't my laugh. That was a fake. That was a fart laugh.
Okay.
The AI jokes are actually
okay,
kind
like
of good because they're like earnest. They're always like earnest and
So
sort of obvious in a way.
Hold that
But
thought.
Yeah.
sorry. Okay, go ahead.
I think I broke because I tried to slip in to see if we can get in, and actually Chat GPT is quite racist, so we'll get there. So did you see here we go. Did you see the new Top Gun? Tom Cruise does his own blank.
Let's see. Does his own
plastic surgery.
Okay. Joe says plastic surgery.
Yeah.
Say that one more time.
Plastic surgery is what Joe said.
That's on there for sure. That's an answer.
Or Botox or something.
I'm going to say does his own. Boy, I don't know. Does his own Scientology
hair
something.
plugs. Oh,
yeah,
Scientology.
You're good at that.
Oh, you guys are nailing it.
Does his own Scientology readings or whatever. I don't know. Something Scientology. Mission. What the
Anybody
new
see
Top Gun?
Gun?
Okay, go ahead.
It was cute, man. I liked it. I was so impressed. Do you know that Tom Cruise does all his own Scientology?
So
wait, what?
Let me tell you this. Wait. So the AI actually punched up the joke and tagged it for Amy. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Did a better job. AI says does his own Scientology recruiting on set. Right? At least follow
That
through.
makes more
But she just says
sense.
Scientology.
That is so wait, and that's
It's
Amy
not
Schumer.
really a joke, though.
No,
That's the end of the joke. That's the end of the joke.
Wild.
This is on Scientology.
I gotta
It
get
also
back into
puts
stand-up.
gets Botox injections between takes, and then does his own hair and makeup to save money.
That's kind of dumb.
Yeah.
I mean, all those are better than the actual quote unquote joke. Like that's not even.
Sometimes AI actually does a decent tag.
Well, because they pick a logical. They kind of it like picks a logical punchline a lot of the times, and sometimes that's all you need.
Yeah.
But you know what? You're coming up with it. You're just as good as AI.
Well, thank
which is
you.
kind of
but
interesting.
yeah, thank you. Yeah.
All right. Do you want some more human jokes or AI jokes?
I want some more
I
human.
mean, I want to guess. Yeah, I'm having
guess
fun
human.
guessing
Okay.
these.
All right, here we go. If you're black and and you want to be accepted by your white in-laws, then you need to marry blank.
Another black person. I don't know. Oh no, wait, because your white in-laws, then you need to marry. I mean, I'm thinking like someone else.
A Kardashian? I don't know. Are they white?
No, they're not. I mean,
Joe's fucking
Feels like
killing
it's
it.
gotta be a
So,
Kardashian.
you ready for this?
If
Yeah.
you black and you want to be accepted by your white in-laws, then you need to marry a Kardashian.
Okay, so I'm at the level of Chris Rock.
Yeah.
You are.
Now, is that sounds like an AI Chris Rock? Like I'm getting so.
That did not sound like Chris
It doesn't
Rock, for
sound
real.
like a human delivery of.
Well, he
a
isolated
joke. And
the-
also, is that?
Maybe Chris Rock is not as good as we all think.
Maybe
I
not
mean, Bring the
anymore.
Pain is one of the best stand-up specials ever
AI.
recorded.
It's all AI.
I mean, I'm
Okay.
starting to struggle with that.
I was gonna say AI came up with a pretty racist punchline. You ready? Yeah, if you're black and you want to be accepted by your white in-laws, then you need to marry someone whose family would adopt an African just to spice up the family photos.
That's great.
That's not bad. Yeah, that's better than.
I mean, it's clunky, but it's like, oh shit.
So now I think what you're saying, Fart, is that we should use AI to come up with jokes. Like
Or
I can
maybe-
sell these on stage.
Or hire me, right? Seems like the human.
That's not.
Would
that
be a
ship
good
sailed.
one
That
to-
ship sailed.
It's
This is
cheaper,
going to
I
be.
think.
This is the writers' room of 3 years from now.
Yeah.
There's going to be
Listening
one guy.
to someone zoom in a bunch of punchlines.
And then diversity is going to be they're going to have to hire a couple PCs to go along with the MacBook Pros. They're going to be like, okay,
That's
Acer,
funny,
we got to
that's
have
funny.
an Acer in here, I guess. One of the low.
Yeah.
What's the
Do
cheapest?
they make
a Chrome.
Dells anymore?
My gateway is
You have to have a
riddled
Chrome-
with viruses.
a Chromecast.
Doesn't matter. Get them in there.
Yeah.
We don't discriminate against
I-
computers.
We don't even have Final Draft downloaded on this one. That's fine. We need to have a Chromebook.
Mine's not plugged in. It doesn't work.
It's fine.
Just get it up.
We already have too many Macs.
This is from on high.
We have too many Macs. Sorry. I mean, I wish we could have another Mac, but we just can't.
I would definitely have a Mac in here in a second. You know I would.
Yeah. But, no, we have to have a.
Look, I'm a Mac myself.
yeah.
I just happen to make 4 times more.
We have to have
anybody.
that. What's that tablet that we have? That
Surface Pro.
Surface Pro. Yeah. Sorry. If you were a Surface Pro, I'd hire you in a minute.
I'm contemplating whether or not I should share this reverse racism anecdote with you. I'll do it later.
Come on.
I don't want to spin off, and I don't want Fart to. I'll tell you about it later. Just remember.
We could do a real. Okay. I mean, we could cut it out.
Okay.
If you have
little R&R.
I'll give you another actual comedian one, and then if you want, okay. So
I like the actual comedian ones because this is kind of bolstering my confidence into getting back into stand-up. Because these are top
Disney's
tier.
Magic Kingdom.
Okay.
Is not a real kingdom. If it was, America would have
invaded.
Yeah.
Gotten its oil, invaded for its oil. Something like that. Overthrown it.
Cut their heads off. Cut Mickey Mouse's head off or whatever. You know what I mean?
If it was a real
in the right
kingdom,
direction.
they would have.
Who is Amanda?
Well, what did they do
Amanda,
to Gaddafi? That's they would have stuck a knife up his ass or whatever.
Well, that was his own people. But we
did it. We started that whole thing.
Well, then,
that was all because he was going to make his own money, and they were going to get off the petrol dollar, and that's it. Can't fuck with the central banking systems.
Let's get back to what we were trying to do here.
If it was a real kingdom, they would have got them to be involved in bombing Iraq with them or whatever.
See, now you're definitely in the right area. You wanna hear it?
Yeah.
The Magic Kingdom is not a real kingdom. If it was, our country would have bombed it years ago. We'd be torturing Goofy right now. Lit cigarette to scrotum. Just.
Oof! I could not listen to that voice for an hour. Who is it?
Edgy.
Wow. Who is that?
Who is that?
That's Tim Dillon.
Oh wow!
Ooh,
Don't you love Tim Dillon?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. That's Brendan's best friend.
I don't want to say I love Tim Dillon, but I've only seen like clips of him, and I don't I think that he is obviously very smart and entertaining. And
what
did
you just say about it? What did you?
I just said I couldn't listen to that. It's just that style. Like there's a lot of the comedians of the
yelling.
like. Here's the problem. All right. Here's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna go down there, we're gonna talk to a lady, and then we're gonna, like, they're just kind of like, what you, what, I'm gonna fucking, so I'll listen to you, a guy with a fucking wearing a hat like that?
It's also true. When it's isolated like that and you hear no other people laughing or reacting.
Yeah.
It's really, it is torturous.
I mean, that's been,
it must have been a big, he couldn't hear himself, so that's why he was kind of shouting. He needs like an in-ear.
No, I feel like that's
AI
the style of comedy. Yeah.
AI said they would have issued passports with Goofy's face on it and then declared Pluto a real planet again. So it tied in his dog.
All over the place.
That's like if a kid said that, I'd be like, oh, that's kind of cute.
I like bureaucracy humor.
Yeah.
It's good. State Department japes and jokes and jibes.
All right.
I like it too.
All right.
For the full uncut episode, head to patreon.com/worldrecordpodcast. For the full uncut episode, head to patreon.com/worldrecordpodcast. Patreon.com/worldrecordpodcast.